come, 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 come. He's kind of like got his head cocked back, like he might be listening.
Okay. I want to stop and try to be as silent as possible. It didn't work
All
last
right.
time. I don't think I can rush attack him from where I'm at.
Yeah. Not
Or-
right now. You wouldn't be
yeah.
able to just rush him, just because of the distance, but you could certainly creep up towards them.
Yeah, well, that's I want to sneak and continue to hide in the darkness with my
Okay.
hand on
Yeah.
the wall.
Roll an opposed sneaking check. This is to see if they don't hear you.
Now I have a plus 50 bonus. How does that work exactly?
So the plus 50 bonus that you have is in natural surroundings. So when you're
Oh,
out
so yeah.
in the forest, then you have a plus 50 to your stealth.
So it's not everywhere.
It's not everywhere. No.
Got it.
I'll just roll out in front. Let's see. They do have a modifier for, like, they have a bonus. However, because they're also they're in that guard room. If you recall, that guard room is right next to the main cavern,
Okay.
which means they have a penalty to their listening skill. So it actually favors you here that of that. The first one, the one that you see, does not hear you. However, you don't know how many else are in that room, and so the other ones I'm going to roll in secret. So there's some number of them in that room, and you're peering through. The one that you see, like, he's had his head cocked to listen, but you don't think he's heard you. You do still hear the fighting behind you and that the racket that goblin that was running that was making. So if you want to delay 2 more seconds as you're creeping forward.
Yep.
All right, so now we're on second 19. Can you see enough to move yourself at all, or do you just see into that room?
I can see into the room, but I can't see the cavern in front of me, so I can't see the steps. Right where it
All right.
opens is where I can start to see it.
All right, I have moved you forward in the darkness, as you feel like you took a little bit of a turn to the left, as if the tunnel might continue to the right, but you're getting closer.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to continue to sneak closer to them.
All right. To do some quick mental math. Oh, that was wrong right there. So it is now this goblin here. The goblin fighting Zani has readied his short sword, and so tries to stab at Zani in the darkness. He has a -8 to do this.
Right, but I also have some big penalties too. I also have I use the aggressive attack option, so I have a defense penalty.
So you have a defense penalty of -4 from the darkness and 2 from aggressive attacking. So you have a -6.
Okay. Uh, so -6, and then I'd like to also give ground and retreat in this direction.
So unfortunately, because you aggressive attacked, that's your entire action. So you're not going to
Okay.
be that's exclusive with doing any defensive actions.
Okay, so can't do anything like that. So I'm just going to be defending at -6.
All right. So I got an 8 with my -8 for the darkness.
I have a 1.
So this goblin is swinging around wildly, and cuts Zani. Zani still has her armor on, so
Yeah,
they
but not
didn't
the
strip
force
her of
shield, so
that.
that will reduce it by 2. But these guys are known to do murder shots.
They are known for murder shots. 11 points of damage.
Reduced by 2. So, fortunately, her threshold of pain is 9. However, her current HP is also now alt 9.
Oof. So this goblin swings and feels it connect with Zani, and he keeps on swinging. So he's going to delay his weapon speed and keep on attacking.
Oh, he even
Second-
gets his next attack before Zani gets the move again.
So Zani can always try to do a different action, of course.
What is there to do?
I'll leave that up to you. But you are in the complete darkness.
That is true. It's not like running's gonna get me anywhere.
So Horst, we're up to you. So you keep moving forward in the darkness. You move another square as you're creeping forward. Your vision hasn't changed terribly much. You're getting closer. Roll an observation check. Not opposed. So make sure to unclick that.
Oh, sorry.
It's an
There you go.
average difficulty. So you peer in there, and unfortunately you're not close enough for an average result. So they just the one goblin there just looks like he's talking with his buddies. Probably chit-chatting about that cute girl he met the other day. You know goblin wenches.
Right. Okay, I want to keep moving.
All right. You're up next again. You get to move another square. And you're moving forward in the darkness. Let me know when you can start to see more, because at the moment you can only see one of the goblins in that room.
That's right. I can see one goblin, and I can see like half a square directly in front of me. Is that enough for me to break into a jog and then a run? Because I think I can barely see the curtain on the other side.
I will say that, yeah, you can. This next second, you're going to be able to. On second 24, you can break into a jog. That's totally fine. As
Okay.
you're basically on the edge of the darkness.
I would like to interrupt.
Yeah.
Back on second 20, since we were rolling by real fast, Zani
Yeah, no
is
worries.
backing up towards the wall
All
until
right.
she
Is
hits
towards
it.
the wall, the wall immediately behind her, or that wall there.
This wall that's going to end up being behind her. I can't see it, but she's going to bump her back against it.
All right. I'm going to
Question
roll
is the zombie going to advance? Goblin going to advance?
I'm going to roll a listening check for him to see if he can even hear you backing away. Are you trying to do it? Are you trying to do it stealthily, or are you trying to make
Zani
it
will
obvious?
be saying, "Hey, this way."
All right. So the goblin will be following then. The goblin follows and swings at it's just trying to follow her through the darkness.
Yeah, so we're both still going with our weapon speed still, but Zani is moving here. And Zani should be close enough for Eri to maybe attempt something, while they are both being very loud at each other.
That is true. Would you like to do anything?
That's an Eri question.
Theta?
Sorry, what? I thought I was still unconscious.
You're conscious, but you've been hearing this fighting. It's been enough time that you're back at it.
Sorry, you must have asked right when I took the headset off to listen to something. I thought I heard
okay.
something. All right.
But yeah, Zani's been backing up in your direction, saying, "Come here, Goblin, come here."
You are in complete darkness, but you can. It seems like they're Zani and a goblin are fighting in front of you in this room.
All right, but I'm hand broken, no equipment.
You have manacles and you can grab him.
Well, I can one hand grab him. I'll pass out if I try to grab him with the other hand.
Just hook the chain around his neck. That's all you gotta do.
Sure, I'm assuming you two are fighting in close quarters, right?
Yes.
They are.
Right, which means that my chances of nailing one of you two.
Just hit the small one.
Okay, what's the relative direction? Does it sound like the goblin is closer to me than Dazani?
Roll a listening check.
Like, it should be directly in front of you right now, I think.
Not opposed.
Yeah.
It's tough to distinguish, but it does seem like the goblin is pretty close to you. You can
I am
very
going to,
vaguely sense that Zani and the goblin are in front of you, and the goblin seems to almost be directly in front of you.
All right, I'm gonna get on all fours and make a sound.
All right. So you start coughing. Are you trying to make a distract essentially?
Yeah, in one of those, hey, if you push him over, he's gonna fall over things.
All right. So that is with your distraction. Do you have any points in distraction at all? I don't think so.
I wasn't even aware that was a skill.
It is
It
right
is.
under disguise and diplomacy. With your distraction,
I mean, it's a
roll
charisma-based skill, and I'm a charisma character.
roll. It's an average distraction check to successfully distract using your current mastery level. So
Cool.
your distraction isn't enough with your mastery level
Get
because your
on all
mastery level
fours.
is novice.
One hand is my broken one. Ah!
Ah! So the best thing you would have done is, since your mastery level is below 26, so it is currently a novice. So you would have distracted this goblin for 1 second. So it would have slowed down this goblin in its attacks on Zani.
Well, at least
So,
Miz might have another chance at that, too. So we'll see.
yeah, does Miz want to do something?
Yeah, Miz will also try to distract when it comes around to his attempt there. So let's do.
I mean, Miz can. I've delayed him 20 seconds or something like that, so he's been able to act whenever he wants.
He's not much better.
Oh, that was Zani.
Oh, Miz. There we go.
That will distract the goblin for 1 second. So we'll say the goblin like pauses as he gets near Miz, and I mean, you can't see him, but he pauses and like looks in the direction, and you can definitely see him. I'll say, because it's actually the darkness, I'm going to delay him 2 seconds.
Yeah.
As it takes him time to like look around and like try to ascertain what that actually
Miz
was.
just goes like, now. It's like, what?
And is Miz going to try to do anything else? I'm going to just delay him more time.
He can't really do much else unless he can keep distracting.
Okay. So Horst, you can now move up into a jog if you'd like, moving 1 square forward.
Yep. That's what I want to do. Yeah, and then I want to try to break into a sprint and run past them.
All right. So it is like you run into this room and you start to see that there's more goblins, and it looks like they were chatting, and it looks like one of them was even like kind of getting up and starting to like turn towards the tunnel you're going in. Or
Okay.
at least the one you're coming down. That's what you're doing on 2024. Do you still want to try to move into this run and sprint?
Yeah.
All right. So then hit done.
Okay.
So on second 25, you move into a run, which would be 1.5 squares. So you start running into this room. As you do, you see that This goblin right here has gotten up and has picked up his sword and was like, grab, 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 and looks up and sees you and grab, grab. So behind the screen, this goblin had actually heard the fighting was going on, and his initiative was on second 24. And the other two were completely oblivious of the other goblin screaming when he was running away. So I'm going to add this goblin in onto second. He on 24 he had heard it. On second 25 he had got up and was trying to warn his buddies. So second 25 is when he had gotten up. He's warning these two. So these two have turns. This guy is going with the warning. He's going on second 29 and second 26. So his turn was standing up and proclaiming, "Gob gob." On second 25, what would you like to do? You could start moving into a sprint if you'd like.
Yeah. Well, is there a light on the table?
There is. It looks like they've got a lantern sitting in the very middle of it.
Okay. So I wanna like and run for the lantern.
All right, so you can move 2 squares. The lantern is that little thing on the very middle of the table.
2 squares. So what is that one? And
So you're kind of halfway on that square because you ran and moved 1.5 squares.
so it'd be like right there?
That works perfectly.
Okay.
I'll even square you up on that square.
And just hit done, right?
Yep, just hit done. On second 26, it's Horst again.
Can I grab the
two of
lantern?
these goblins. Yep, you can run up and you grab the lantern.
Mm-hmm. And I want to keep. I want to try to. I don't know. Push this one out of the way. This one right here.
Which one? Sorry, ping again. All right,
Push.
I'm modifying the lantern to be on you. Is all.
Okay.
So it'll probably be dark for a second as I apply the lighting to you. They had it on a little bit of a dim setting. It was burning a little low, but all right, there the light should be on you as it's transferred. As you grab it, this goblin looks pretty unaware. This goblin so that was your second on 26. You ran up and grabbed the lantern. On second 26, this goblin is up. He's got his sword out and and he moves right here to try to get to you. He's trying to get around his buddy. This goblin, the one that's right next to you, is on second 26. He's standing up, and he actually only has a dagger, so he's getting up and drawing that.
Okay.
You see, these two, the two with the 2 symbols with the guy that looks like he's got arrows in it. Those two looks like they've got quivers on their belts with bows. So maybe that's why they only have daggers. It is second 27. So, Horst, what would you like to do? Since you have the momentum.
I'd like to push this one into the one that drew his sword.
All right.
Eh.
Make a bull rush attempt. So it's an unarmed attack. And you guys are about the same weight. So you guys are the same weight. You get to, what is your feat of strength?
Is that an actual number?
Yeah, it's right by your strength score. I think it's a 0 because you have a strength of
0.
10.
Yes,
Yep.
that's
So
right.
what's happened is you roll an attack and you get to add your feat of strength and subtract his. And so you've got a 20, but his feat of strength is minus, so it boosts yours. And there is going to be weight in all of this as well. How much do you weigh?
103.
103. You're a chunky little. Oh, are you? You're a chunky little halfling.
I'm in the healthy range, but just a little on the very
healthy.
high end. Yeah, I'm big boned.
Yep, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. These goblins. Let me just check how much they weigh. These goblins are in the kind of 85 range, so you're not enough to. You have to have 50 pounds of mass difference to get any bonuses or penalties. So your weights are essentially equal in this case, but you do have because of the bonus, because of his feat of strength is low, you get to move him back, and you got the difference between your attacks is about a 15. Oh shit! Sorry, the cat just knocked over a full mirror.
Oh my gosh.
Does that mean the cat gets bad luck?
For one of its lives, it's fine.
Well, that'll be something that'll be exciting to clean up later. Woo. So you have enough to knock it back 1 square. However, because you didn't get a double knockback, it didn't knock them prone. So you're able to free up enough space that you can move past him as you maybe he's still in his chair, and so you bull him in the chair over.
Can I push him into the one with the sword? Is that a possibility since they're on adjacent squares, or?
Yeah, that'd be fine. So you push him. This guy gets pushed back, and this guy kind of flails into him, and he kind of god dang it, and throws up his hands. And with your momentum, you'd be pushed into that. You'd move into this square.
Okay.
So and then that would be your second. This goblin has gotten up. He's pulled out his dagger, and he's going to be. You pushed and attacked on 27, so he's trying to move around this table to try to get to you. He's not going to be able to attack this second, however. 27, you pushed into this guy, and he fell back. He's going to try to push his friend out of the way as well. So he's going to make an attack to throw his buddy out of the way. Gets a 10. His buddy gets a. This guy's just been flopping around with another 7. It doesn't quite move him out of the way, but he's kind of struggling with his friend in front of him, trying to get out of the way. Grab my guy. Second 28. We're gonna start with Zani on the other side of the map, because there's been a lot going on over here, but Zani's gonna do something. So Zani, it's dark. This goblin's chasing after you. What are you gonna do?
Well, I've been waiting to get my second chance to try to grab his sword arm and try to take back control of the situation. I do have Airy nearby. I don't know if Airy actually counts for a bonus at all here, but well, I'm going for another aggressive attack.
All right.
So it is big penalty for darkness, big bonus for aggressive attack, so I'm still at the -3, I believe, correct?
Yes, sir. And he's at a -4.
Alright. Roll again! Roll again!
Let's see. Oh,
yeah.
So a 22. These goblins are insane. They're the elite warriors.
You can't win against them. Fate is against
No,
us.
it's like in order to fight against my dice rolls, you have to just be fighting a bunch of. You just got to be fighting those helpless goblin children. That's the only thing that might have a fair chance.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh,
so
I tried. I tried.
So that's Zani. Is she gonna continue fighting for another 12 seconds?
I probably want to wait for him to make the swing and then just try to run, I think. That seems to be the only rational thing at this point. I couldn't take the sword.
No worries.
I don't think I'm going to get a second chance. Well, I guess these guys could distract again, but I mean, they need to give me 4 seconds. I don't think that's possible, is it? Can they distract every second?
Probably not. No.
Yeah. So no, I have to get out of here somehow. Well, I can't.
Right,
it's too dark. I have to fight to the death. That's the only thing. Zani.
So we'll say delay, or hit gun on Zani as
event. She's winding up.
So
She'll
is she
give
gonna
it-
fight again, or is she gonna try to
She has to give
run?
it another go.
Okay, she got to do it.
She'll have to endure
Horsed.
2 more attacks.
I wanna beeline it for the curtain.
Okay. Make your B.
So,
So you got
break.
1.5 as you're still in a run.
Okay. So it would be right because I was a half there. So
Yep.
is that
So you get to right there as you're running forward. This goblin right here is the one that got pushed out of the way that was alert, and he's got a short sword ready, so he's gonna swing at you.
okay?
With a 4.
And I defend, right?
You still have to make a defense roll, yep. So there will be, this is a melee fumble. The difference was 9. So you do get a free attack on the next second. However, that would mean you'd have to stay by him. So like if you choose to continue running, you don't get your free attack. But if you wanted to stay,
I'm gonna
you
continue.
would get a free attack. Ah, damn. So that's his delay. This goblin here is kind of trying to chase after you, and the other goblin is currently like, what's going on, guys? So it is second 29. The first thing that happens on second 29 is our lovely friend Zani gets attacked by this goblin in the darkness. The goblin has a penalty for the
Looking at a
darkness
5.
of -8.
Actually, I'm looking at a negative number here.
Yeah, because you have a -4 for the darkness and a -2 for the attacking aggressively. So you have a net -6.
Okay,
So
so
you
it's
actually
still
still have
positive,
a 4.
but it's
You
only
have a
4.
I got a 5, but I have a -8 because of the darkness. So a net -3. So he's swinging wildly, and Zani like opened herself up, and maybe she accidentally like dodged, like she made a move in the wrong direction and almost impaled herself on the sword as the goblin's just swinging in the darkness.
Yeah, we're just both flailing wildly. It's like, well, I assume the smart thing to do would be over here, but that's actually a mile away.
Exactly.
So he's still gonna get in another chance before I do, so we'll see how this goes.
So it's horsed.
I'm gonna run for the curtain.
All right. Are you going to move into a sprint?
Yes.
All right.
So that's 2, right?
Yep.
1, 2.
All right. You're running after him. This goblin is kind of giving a half-hearted pursuit with his little dagger. He sees you've got a bigger weapon than him. Where is this highlighted goblin? It says, oh, this is the goblin here on second 29 swings at Zani. Oh, it already got its free attack on second 29, which means it can't take two attacks on the same second. So it actually has to delay to second.
They're in 3 attacks. Let's go.
On second 29, this goblin, who's been pushed around a bunch by his friends, has finally become aware that they're actually in a combat situation, and is like, he sees you scrambling away. He actually takes a step over and looks like he's going for his bow.
Okay.
Second 30, we've got the one attack that this goblin should have made on second 29, but he keeps getting all these free attacks. So I guess he's just got too many attacks. It's just such a problem. So you make a defense roll. Your aggressive penalty, attacking aggressively, only gives you a -2 on the next defense roll. So in this one, you just have the -4 for darkness.
Oh, whoops, wrong button. Need to click defense, not damage. Because I'm not even going to do unarmed damage this whole fight.
So you have a -4, so you have a 7.
Show
and I
us
have a
that 11
-8,
again.
and I got an 8. So I hit by 1.
Does she have any honor? I guess technically they don't.
What is her?
She doesn't have
She
any
should have.
bonuses or penalties.
She'll have the base honor from her stats. As I think that might put her at, since most of her stats are above 10. Let's see.
Yeah, what's the calculation that for that? Just the average?
Yeah, with including the fraction. One second plus 10.04 plus 11. Oh, I did a calculation wrong. That doesn't come out to 11,184. If you come to the calculation first, I will look up the honor to see the thresholds.
Okay. I was just trying to calculate it out. I keep messing up though. I'm just terrible at this right now. Okay.
It is going to be above a 10. That's all that I really care about. As long because if it's 11 or higher, she has average honor, and so she does have 1+1 per session. So
2, 3, 4,
because
5,
she's only
6,
got
7.
one stat below 10 or below, it is going to be
12.6.
12.6. So she has 12 honor. So she is average. So she does have a once per session +1.
Now's the time. Let's not get hit.
All right. So yeah, she ducks at just the right second, and it flies over her head. This goblin right here has picked up his bow, and he's trying to knock an arrow. Gop, 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 gop! While this goblin is chasing after you, and this goblin is trying to give chase as well. Horst, you're at the curtain.
I'm gonna sprint through the curtain.
All right. You sprint through the curtain and you enter this. I mean, yeah, whichever way you want to sprint,
Oh
and
yeah,
you
no.
enter this enormous chamber.
Yeah. So I get 2 squares, right? So would that put
Yep.
me there?
One, yeah, I could even put you like right here.
Okay.
You're in the middle of the chamber. You know that there's several ways of escape, and there's also several tunnels. You know you could jump down the waterfall, always an option. You know that there's a tunnel to the south. There's a
Where's
tunnel
the
to the
water?
north that you got captured in.
Yeah.
You know there's another tunnel to the north that you've never been in. You know that there's something on the east side. You've just never checked it out. You know that there is the elevator thing. If they're up there, they might be able to crank you up. And there is the stairs.
Yeah. I'm gonna make my way for the stairs.
All right. So that will be off your best recollection somewhere in this direction. So
That's right.
Do you see that arrow? Yep,
I
perfect.
do. Yeah. Hmm.
Somewhere in that direction. So that'll be your seconds if you want to hit done. Since you have light and you're running, there is. I'll just do the calculations to see how long it'll take you. This goblin, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it'll be about 12, 13 seconds until you reach the bottom of the stairs. So I'm just going to delay you 12 seconds to 33, and you can just move every second and moving 2 squares in that direction. That'll get you over there. While these goblins are, this goblin is going to kind of get over here. He's seeing you running for the stairs, which will take 2 seconds. He's going to run back, which will take 3 seconds. He's going to load his bow. This guy is going to be able to shoot his bow on second 37. So that's where that goblin is going to be. This goblin is kind of just chasing after you. This goblin is going to fire on. All right, so I've set up the goblins for their timing. We're just going to act out this whole scene over here, and then we'll flash back to over there with Zani. So you're running, you like look over your shoulder, you see this goblin in the darkness, kind of you see figures chasing after you. You can hear gob, 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 gob. There's one of the goblins, the one that had the short sword out, is still chasing after you, and you can hear his feet slapping on the stone, even over the sound of the waterfall. You can hear more sounds of goblins. And at about the time that you reach this area right here,
Yeah.
I don't know how good your light is. Roll a listening check. It is going to be a difficult check just because of the sound of the waterfall. Or it's you have to roll 15 above. It would normally be an average check, but it's 15 above your listening skill.
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
So 16 below is good.
Yep. So 16 as well is great. So as you're running, you can hear these goblins yelling out. You hear, because you know that this path to the south was another, where there was the original path with what looked like the mining tunnels. You would known there was goblins down there. Because remember, that's where you're running and you blew the whistle. So you hear the sound of more goblins as they they take up the call, and you hear more footsteps slapping after you.
Okay.
And you reach the bottom of the stairs, and you are you're starting to run up. You see one of these goblins is chasing after you, and you see there's several goblins with bows that have reached the bottom of the cavern as you start scrambling up this the stairs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're scrambling up. They're going to get 2 shots at you, I'm going to say, before you reach at least the point where there's the break. However, one of them is shooting regularly, and one of them is shooting just quickly.
Okay.
Because of the distance, they're going to have an additional penalty. They are going to have a a minus. So one of them is going to have a -6, and the other one is going to have a -12 for not aiming. Do you have the dodge skill or talent?
Is it something you have to buy?
It is.
Then no, I do not.
Okay. So what it's going to be is it's a flat d20 roll on your part
Okay.
against a d20 -6 and a d20 -12. So I have a 1d6 -6 for the distance. So I want you to roll a d20 against my d20 -6.
Okay. Nice.
So the first one, just in the scene in Lord of the Rings, as they're scrambling away from the Balrog, there's an arrow like chipping off the stairs and off the stone, and the first one flies and you completely misses you. Now for the second one, this one is a all right. Forgot that they have bonuses to hit. That was actually a 13 that missed. Yeah, take that. The next guy. The other goblin is going to roll a d20 with his -12. So I need you to roll another d20. This is a chance. And I rolled a 1. Well, not natural 1, but an unnatural 1. So another arrow. So arrows are plinking off around you as you're bobbing and weaving and scrambling up the stairs. Now we go back to Zani. So I'm going to remove some of these goblins that are not in this area, just so we make it easier for my case. That goblin's over there. Where's this goblin? That goblin goes away. Where's this other goblin? All right, so I'm also going to remove you from the tracker, Horst. So we're at second 36. Second 36. I just thought I deleted all these goblins. Where the heck are these goblins coming from? Who put these goblins out here? All right, I have no idea where that goblin is.
He's the
going
one next
into
to Horse, I think.
Is there a goblin next to Horse? Oh, there is. Haha. Good eye. So, over here in the prison, I need Zani to make a listening check.
All right. Opposed or?
It is opposed.
Nice.
So she is in the middle, like ducking, bobbing, and weaving, and she hears the sound of foot pads coming in the door behind her.
In front of her, but yeah.
Not the one in front of her that was open, but the second door, the one that she's now backed up with her back against.
Yeah, she didn't even realize there was a door, so she's probably surprised at this. Who could possibly be
Yeah.
coming through that door and why? Well, we'll find out
So
soon.
we are on second 36. You guys are ducking and weaving and bobbing, and on second 36, let me move this guy around. I guess it would actually be second 38. On second 30, well, so first comes up second 37, and this goblin in front of her swings at her.
Right, so we got our usual penalties here. Huge penalty for attacking in the darkness, slightly less for defending. We have a good roll this time.
Yep. A 13. You have I have a heavier penalty. You have a -4. I have a -8.
Mm-hmm.
So he completely flubs. So if you'll notice, several more goblins have been added to this initiative.
Mm-hmm.
As the door behind her is thrown open.
The question is, does that reveal any light?
It does, for better or worse. There is now light behind her. And in that light, everyone sees 3 goblins, whose turn on second 37 was to throw open the door. Ah!
Well, at least I'm blocking the door. Only one more of them can engage me at a time.
That is true. And is she going to do anything else? Because she currently sees 3 goblins behind her.
All of this is terrible, and there's not a lot of winning the scenario. I don't know. I think she still just has to make the same grab she's going for, so that the person behind her doesn't have a weapon.
That makes sense. So on second 38, this goblin here, he doesn't know what he expected, but he didn't expect this, especially a fight going on. And so he draws his sword on this second.
Mm-hmm.
So that's second 38. And on second 39, he's going to stab city. Population U.
Oh boy.
He's we'll just put you more in the door frame here as he tries to stab at you. Yeah. So now we don't have any of the darkness penalties. Just regular old this. 9. Unlucky.
How much does that cost? 9? I'm
Be an
dumping
extreme
9
amount of
honor on it. I'm down to 3.
Zani would not actually want to dump honor in this.
Okay.
Based on her character, she is not interested in that. Unfortunately for her.
Yeah, I'm just playing the best I can to try to save her.
Yep. No worries. It's just there's some role playing things about her, and
Mm-hmm.
she would not spend honor in this situation. So she gets stabbed for 9 points of damage. Yeah, as she gets taken by surprise and stabbed in the lower back.
All right, the armor reduces that to 7. She is at 2 HP.
And this goblin's going to keep on swinging. It is second 40, and it is Zani's turn. She's severely hurt. There's 4 goblins. What does she do?
I have exactly 1 chance to grab that weapon. I'm gonna go ahead and do my +5 here, because that hopefully will help. If I can grab his
Ms.
arm and then in a couple seconds take the weapon, I can maybe at least start running away. So that is going to be 18.
This goblin defends with a 5. You've got a grab. You've landed another grab on him.
So in 2 seconds, I will get to do a thing to him.
All right. On 2 seconds, you've grabbed him, and now you're fighting for the weapon.
All right, so we're looking at the unarmed again, but with a +2 bonus.
There you go. And I have
17.
I have a -2, so this is going to be a 14. So you've
17.
grabbed him and you like throw him aside and wrench out the short sword from his hand.
Zani is not going to prepare another attack after that. Everyone is now not prepared to fight her. This guy could maybe try to punch her in the back, but now is the time to actually go ahead and run.
Okay.
So she's going
So
to
that
spend
was
all of her effort trying to run this way.
so that was second 42. So second 43 is when she's gonna attempt that run.
So let's hit a delay or done. There we go.
All right. So that is then second. This goblin's in front of her is like befuddled as he's been disarmed again. Second 43, it's Zani. These goblins behind her are trying to like get at her, and this one's trying to slash her in the back.
Yeah, I think like getting around this one is just 10 feet. I don't even leave his range on this turn.
Yeah, you are doing what's considered a flee, in which you can move at a jog. Just you're basically disengaging, moving at a flee. If someone can attack, or are within half their weapon speed, they can attack.
Yeah, and this guy
The
can't.
one goblin right here is just unarmed. This goblin here just attacked, so he's unable to. This goblin here, yeah, apparently he's really into this unarmed thing. He's gonna just try to tackle her as she's going by.
Okay.
So it's
I could choose to give
you have a
ground
weight
this
advantage.
time.
Yep.
So let's roll the defense first with the give ground bonus.
All right. And he's got a 19. What is your weight?
Oh, also do I get the 5 feet of movement while I'm looking for the weight?
You're scrambling away. So you've got a 10.
She does not have a weight, but she is a pretty healthy-looking human female warrior, so...
You at least have a +1 from the weight difference, and he's got a -1. So there's that. So the net difference is he's got because his minus is feet of strength, he's got a 17. You've got a 12. It's enough that he hits you. So like he like makes contact with your legs, but he didn't get a big enough hit result that he managed to actually tackle you or take you to the ground. So in order to actually tackle you and take you to the ground, he has to get what's considered a knockback. So a knockback for a medium-sized creature is 15. A knockback for a small-sized creature is 10. So to tackle a goblin, you really just have to
big of a difference,
hit by
which
10.
is very difficult for him.
Exactly. So
actually, I don't
in this
think
case,
he can do it.
Yeah. He would have to roll even better, and you would have had to even roll worse.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
your giving ground. So that's second 43. And then hit your hit done.
Oh, yep. Bam.
44. 44. All right. So you're up on 44 as Zani starts bloodily running across the field.
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and move even faster straight forward.
You will be entering the darkness, though, so that will give you. Well, actually, no. As long as the light keeps up with you, you can. Can you see the light, by the way?
Yes, I can see the light. But my basic hope is that they actually chase me.
Yeah, that is the hope. There are rules for running in the darkness, so it will be the. No, so I'll move them. They're given chase. Gah! And have you moved? You need to move on 44 as
Yeah,
well.
I haven't actually moved. My question was going to be how far can I move, and also I can't see the map necessarily. So I am moving
So
forward as fast as I can.
okay, they've actually opened up the light a little bit more as they were waiting. So you have a little bit more light. You can move as long as you can see, but once you start getting into basically, if you move into the darkness, you can move there, but if there's a wall there, you will hit it. So that's the one danger. So I'll
Okay.
let you
I
move,
can at
but
least see to here and see this little bit of area.
all right. So that is second 44. And then move for look. We'll just keep this shuffling. 45.
Right.
These guys are continuing after you.
But
I'm
they're
not
not
gonna. I'm not gonna
accelerating.
hit. Yeah, I'm. They are slightly, but it's not much. I mean, they're short. Since there's no one else on the initiative tracker, I'm not gonna keep using the initiative tracker. We're just gonna move.
I think
So
this is
this
actually
is
sustainable here.
yeah. Second 40 45.
Okay.
Just going
Can
to
move
move
this
everyone to
far
second
without losing
99.
complete sight, so.
I'm just moving. I'm moving everyone on the tracker to 99, and then I'm going to just keep hitting so we can keep track of the seconds.
Mhm.
I'm going to just keep hitting that, and every time that changes, we can move after each other.
Okay.
They're chasing after you a little bit. Grab, 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 grab. And then it is second 40. Oh, dang, Miz, what are you doing on that initiative tracker?
Yeah, just take him out now. He can't help.
Second 46. They're chasing after. They're running after you. Grab, 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 grab. Grab, grab. One of them sits over here and is looking at these the two that are imprisoned and kind of inspecting them. Grab, grab, grab. He's got a sword. Second 47. These guys are continuing after you, and this guy's going to move to the entranceway to just kind of watch. Second, oh, who forgot to delay that guy? Second 48 and 48 and 49. If Zani wants to move as well.
Here we go.
Gab gab. Gab gab. Gab 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 gab. Second 50.
Yeah, what a tangled hallway here. Literally having my pursuers lead my way. I'm definitely gonna run to the people with bows, though. That's gonna be exciting.
So they're chasing after you. Gab 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 gab. And are you turning? Which way are you turning?
Good question. I can still barely see, so I'm gonna go ahead and say here.
All right. They're giving chase. Gab 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 gab. And second 52.
Wow, I have no idea what's around me. I'm gonna go ahead and sprint straight this way and see if that nets me anything.
Yeah, you just run off into the darkness, and that you're that's where you're going. These goblins are chasing after you. Boop boop boop. Goblins move. It's now second 53. What are you doing? I don't know if there's much. I don't think there's much light more there.
Nope, this is called blind faith and gaining distance. Hold up. Can I? There we go. It wasn't letting me extend all the way. There we go. Moving
All
right
right, so you
along.
keep sprinting in that direction.
Yes, for this turn.
All right. Let me just see what. what happens here. Moving in the darkness.
Yes, here we go.
I have to double check because there has been a little bit of excitement as you've just ran into a wall.
Wow. Sonny knocks herself out.
Movement in the darkness. So you were sprinting, correct?
Yes.
So unexpected contact rate, D6 penetrating -1. So let's see what happens there.
This will be enough for her to go unconscious, I think, actually.
Let's see. Idiots are. This is how it describes it. Characters in pitched blackness may safely progress at crawling speed or even at walking speed, provided they maintain continuous contact with a wall surface. Idiots are, of course, free to jog, run, or sprint completely blindly. However, they risk bodily injury should they impact a solid object. So, you are going to take D6 penetrating -1 damage. This damage is mitigated by armor DR, save for the minimum damage. So there's a minimum 1 hit point damage.
I believe there is
So,
a 50-50 chance it won't take me out.
so basically, since you have damage reduction 2, right?
Mhm.
So if I roll there's a pretty good chance. So you take 1 point of damage, and that is the minimum. So you take a 1-point wound as you run into the wall. It came up on your left side. And maybe that's actually what saved you, is you didn't completely T-bone into it, but you kind of scraped into it on your side. And these goblins run in after you. And that'll give you a little bit more light, but not enough to still see the wall in front of you.
Right. My
What?
assumption is going to be maybe there's something here. So I'm going to put my hand to the wall and walk 5
Yeah, you feel
feet.
a wall to the left.
Yeah, towards the left.
All right, you follow 1 square forward, and it is now second 54, and these goblins are starting to catch up to you now. And that's what you see. It seems like you're in some sort of tunnel that you can now make out, and the room behind you was some sort of living chamber. You clearly see a tunnel here, and what looks like there could be another tunnel over here.
Yeah. Okay, given this new information, I'm going to keep walking against this wall, and any time that I have light, I'm going to just try to move further. Because it doesn't look like they're actually moving further than 10 each time.
Yep. They're not sprinting there to run.
Mhm.
So they're moving like 1.5 squares.
Yeah, so I'll keep following this side, which I can't actually visibly see.
So you go this is the direction that you go.
Yeah.
So I'll move them for another second, and I think this will help illuminate the situation. So you were moving down the tunnel here, and the tunnel appears to, like, the tunnel that you feel seems to be turning in this direction.